I've got a pin here. It needs that diameter there, machining down to 3/4 of an inch, which is 750 thousandths. I'll measure the pin now. The pin measures at 786. It's 786 on the make. That appears to be a ground finish on there. It is hard. I don't know if I'll be able to machine this or not. What we'll do, we'll set it up the lathe and give it a try. It's got a thread on there. So what I think I'll do, I'll try holding that thread in my collet chuck. It's actually got an Allen hole formed in the end, Allen key hole. I'll try putting a centre in there. First thing we'll do, we'll take the chuck off and put the collet chuck on. The good thing about these is you can glue it on a thread without damaging the thread. That appears to be running nice and true. I'll put a clock gauge on it, but it certainly appears to be running true. Right, that's running nice and true. Right, we've got our knife tool in. We'll give it a try and see how hard this stuff actually is. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Right, we'll touch it off. Put a cut on. Tenth hour cut, 10th hour side. Right, so we've proved we can machine this stuff. I'll put a power feed on. Right, it is machining, but it's putting a very poor finish on. Now what I'll do, I'll put a new tip in and speed things up a little bit. These are the tips I use all the time, CCMT tips. And what you can do, the tool holders I use, that tool holder uses that tip, and that tool holder uses that tip, which means that it's the same tip, but you can use all four faces of it. So once those two are blunt, but those two there are still unused, they'll work on that tool and vice versa. So you get good economy because you can actually cut on all four corners of each tip. And I bought a set of tools. I think there was 6 tools in the set. and they all use the same tips. They've been very good. I've had no problems at all with them. Right, so now we'll swap the tips over. We've got a new edge on there and a new edge on there. Now we've got things running a lot faster. You able to touch it off. That's cutting a lot better with the new tip. Put the decent finish on now. Just under a thou to go. Same size at both ends. Which is cool because the temperature of the pot can make a big difference to its finished dimension. Absolutely bang on the money there. Possibly a tenth over, if that. I'll leave it at that. I'll just break that sharp edge. Let's put a nice finish on. It's also the right size. And by using our collet, we haven't damaged the threads at all. Spot on the size. Oh, look at them! They are big bastards there, aren't they? One and a quarter BSP parallel. Inch and a half. The taper thread. Interesting looking puller or even could just be a jack, like a jack, a square drive. I know what that would be for. It's possible that you put a tap in the end of there in the square, and that's jacked in between something so you can cut the thread. I don't know. It's like a jacking device. That's got to be what it's for. Yep, some really interesting bits and pieces. But I don't know if Adam or Tom will have a bigger tap than an inch and a half. They probably have, but I wouldn't like to try and stow that bastard in by hand. Not sure if you can read that writing on there or not. A set of Whitworth taps. I think you probably better read that writing there. It's cleaned up a little bit. They're interesting. I've got no idea what it's for. Got a row of very fine holes through there. So you must know what that's for. Be really good to find out what their original use was. I was for cutting a flat sheet on something. I don't know what. It's an interesting looking tool, one of my favourites, this one. I would think that square there, if I cleaned out the end of a pipe, that would be for putting threads in, and that's probably for tightening a blanket plug in. That's a real nice old tool.